Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind. They just simply don't get it. It's funny how these deep state uniparty clowns can keep doing the same thing over and over and over again to no avail, or it completely backfires in their face. You know, you'd expect them to learn a lesson, but nope. They seem so confused every single time. Well, why is it not working? How come the people aren't buying it? Why are our evil plans not working? I wonder why. Well, I'm laying out that context specifically because of something that Mitt Romney said today, which was frankly shocking for multiple different reasons. So we'll take a look at what Mitt Romney had to say, and then we'll try to make a larger, more meta point. We're also going to look into Fanny Willis's continued issues relating to her inappropriate use of funds, the ongoing scandal with her and her little lover boy, Nathan Wade. Let's get into some of these cases. We're talking Mitt Romney, Carroll, and Fanny Willis. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so I'm just going to say it. Well, I've already said it on my Twitter account. Donald Trump should sue Mitt Romney after his recent statement. Take a look at this. Mitt Romney trashes out-of-touch voters who support Donald Trump and falsely claims that a jury found Trump, quote, RAPED'd a woman. Rhino Senator Mitt Romney from Utah trashed, quote, out-of-touch voters who still support Trump even though a jury found him guilty of RAPEing a woman. CNN's Manu Raju on Wednesday said he asked Mitt Romney about the Iowa caucus entrance polls, showing that a majority of GOP caucus goers didn't believe that Joe Biden was elected legitimately. Romney then trashed Trump voters and falsely claimed that a jury found Trump RAPE'd a woman. Here's the quote. Manu Raju tweeted, just asked Mitt Romney about the Iowa caucus entrance polls, yada yada yada. I think a lot of people in this country are out of touch with reality and will accept anything Donald Trump tells them. You had a jury that said that Donald Trump RAPE'd a woman, and that doesn't seem to be moving the needle. There's a lot of things about today's electorate that I have a hard time understanding. Yeah, you know, I get that, little Mitty boy Romney. There's a lot of things that you seem to not understand. You absolute lunatic. Mitt Romney claims that people are out of touch with reality. Mitt, you literally just committed defamation. You're either completely ignorant of the facts, or you're a malicious piece of you-know-what liar. This man actually just went on the record claiming that a jury found Donald Trump guilty of a heinous crime. That's apparently so heinous we can't even really say it here on YouTube without fear of losing pretty much everything. Of course, he's referencing the whole Carroll thing, where a jury found that Donald Trump was actually not guilty of RAPE. They found him supposedly guilty of abuse. It's hard to say how that's defined or even proved, but on the issue of RAPE, the verdict came back not guilty. And really, to anybody tuned in, to anybody paying attention, to anybody who's in touch with reality, Mitt, the idea that Trump was found guilty on any of those charges is shocking. Travis and Flint on Twitter, I think, really put it into perspective quite well. Let's go ahead and read his tweet because it's fantastic. Meet Elizabeth Jean Carroll, known by most as Jean Carroll. She has been an avid Trump hater, and in 2019, she decided to publish a story claiming Trump assaulted her in a department store. This claim could have easily been refuted because Trump keeps such a detailed record of his life, but this became impossible because Carroll isn't even sure what year it happened in. Normally, this would be just a public dispute, but liberals found a way around this. Liberals in New York City changed the laws with the only reasoning behind it was so that Carroll could sue Trump. Our public officials used official time and changed laws just to go after an enemy.
Can I end on something that I think is really important in all of this, and it's the fact that New York passed this law, the Adult Survivors Act. They passed it just a few years ago. Were it not for that law, you never would have been able to bring this case. And I just think it speaks to the importance for a lot of other survivors.
Exactly. I would never have this window, this year of having the ability to bring a lawsuit for. Robbie can explain it better.
Well, Eugene actually helped to get that law passed. It passed last year. We filed, it was Thanksgiving Day, was the first day you could sue. We filed just after midnight on Thanksgiving. And
Carroll and some of her influential friends at the time during the Me Too movement pressured New York to change a law that then allowed her to bring that suit. She supposedly wasn't going to pursue a lawsuit until she was persuaded by members of the Lincoln Project like George Conway. She partnered with the Lincoln Project to sue Trump, and her case was mostly funded by Democrat megadonor Reid Hoffman, the same guy trying to get Donald Trump off the ballot in various different states and pretty much funding all the legal endeavors going after Donald Trump. And then on top of all of it, I mean, just to make it even more crazy and to add had yet again another conflict of interest, not a political one, but a monetary one, when E. Jean Carroll came to the media with this totally unsubstantiated claim of Donald Trump. It just happened to coincide with the release of her newly published book aimed at Donald Trump. Quote, "I saw that the book was not selling." E. Jean Carroll makes stunning admission about her Trump media tour. So I can read line by line through the whole transcript, but it's really not necessary. It's public information. You can search for it yourself. E. Jean Carroll made a couple stunning admissions. One admission was what I just covered, that E. Jean Carroll essentially admits that she wasn't going to pursue this case until George Conway convinced her to. We're also learning that E. Jean Carroll, after being subpoenaed, deleted emails, supposedly emails of threats that she was receiving. And the most stunning admission is that she claimed that her book sales weren't doing so well, and so she decided to do a mainstream media tour to promote her story so she could sell more books. Is that not a clear conflict of interest in this case? Obviously it is. There's multiple conflicts of interest here. The claim is totally unsubstantiated. Somehow a jury in New York City reached that verdict. Surprise, surprise to literally no one. But one thing that the jury was not willing to do was accept the claim that Donald Trump RAPE'd E. Jean Carroll. Yet this absolute lunatic known as Mitt Romney, while condemning Trump supporters as being out of touch with reality, goes on the record and claims that that's what happened. This is the guy that plays the role of being the morally superior Republican, promoting slanderous fake news as he attacks and demeans Republican voters, all the while asking the question, well, why is it not working? How is Trump's political stock not tanking? Well, maybe because you and everybody else constantly lie and promote these ridiculous, unbelievable stories. Maybe it's because the people see through these politically motivated garbage witch hunts. We're supposed to believe that E. Jean Carroll, carrying all the trauma of this horrible thing that Donald Trump did to her, we're supposed to believe that her trauma is genuine when she's all smiles and laughing and wrote a book about it, all the while in the background schmoozing with all the Democratic elite in New York City, going on TV shows to promote her book and the story. We're supposed to believe that it's all genuine. Give me a freaking break. The people see right through this. And that's, I guess, where we transition into the next little tidbit of news. The people are starting to see through all of these scam trials. Let's go to Fanny Willis as her problems continue to mount. Survey finds that most people believe DA Fanny Willis is compromised and should drop the Trump case. In a survey that found an unusually high percent of the nation aware of and focused on the Georgia case against Trump and several co-defendants, most voters said that the newly raised ethical charges against Willis and fellow prosecutors suggest that she is compromised and should back off. People can see right through this politically motivated garbage, and it seems like the only Republican who can't is Mitt Romney. In other words, it seems like the only person who's out of touch with reality, the only person who's willing to accept anything told about Donald Trump, is also actually Mitt Romney. Although, let's be honest, uniparty goon Mitt Romney probably knows that he's full of it. He's just shocked and appalled that their beautiful, evil plan that they've concocted is falling flat on its face. I'm just as shocked that people still support Mitt Romney as Mitt Romney is shocked that people still support Trump, except one is justified, at least in my view, and the other certainly isn't. I honestly hope Donald Trump sues this man. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.